Hey everyone, and welcome to Astrology, a Look Inside. Have you been feeling a strange itch for change lately? A restlessness in your thoughts, in your communication, in your daily routine? Well, buckle up because this cosmic rebel, Uranus, is about to hit the brakes and send us all inward for a massive mental upgrade. So today we're diving deep into the upcoming retrograde of Uranus, and this is happening in the sign of Gemini. We'll cover the dates, the overall theme, and most importantly, how this electrifying backwards dance will affect each and every one of the 12 zodiac signs. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and the bell so you don't miss any of the cosmic guidance, okay? So here's the basics about this Uranus retrograde in Gemini. First, let's get the facts straight. Uranus begins its retrograde motion, or began it, on September 1st of 2025. It will station direct on January 31st of 2026. That's a 5-month period of internal review and revolution. Because remember, whenever planets are going retrograde, we're in a state of reviewing. I always say it's the words like review, redo, whatever. I've got a whole bunch here, right? What do we got? Retake, relieve, release, relax, re-rate. Oh, it's just so I have a whole thing on the wall about the because my daughter did something creative about it. But it's when we go backwards, it's when we're reliving, reviewing, redoing, reviving all these things that we might have thought was dead and long gone. We might be able to revive wherever Gemini is in our horoscope charts in particular. But I think it has anything to do with communications, and this might be a good time to revive your communication. So let's talk about what does this Uranus and Gemini do? What does it mean? Well, excuse me, guys. Gemini rules communication, ideas, technology, local community, learning, our nervous system. And Uranus is the planet of rebellion. So imagine rebellion in communication, right? It's innovation, it's shock, awakening, it's liberation. Okay, when I think about revolutions and revolts, I think about Uranus. And when Uranus goes retrograde here, it's not about causing external chaos, although it can feel that way. It's about internalizing this revolutionary energy. It's happening inside of us. It's happening inside of you. So it's time to question the information you're fed. It's time to revolutionize your thoughts, your thought patterns, to break free from outdated mental loops, and have a sudden aha moment that changes your entire perspective. I can't help but think about, I'm always veering off, but I'll get back onto subject. But one of the things that really concerned me today was I was seeing a whole bunch of people talk about what's been going on with Taylor Swift, and some of the Swifties upset at her about, I guess, some subliminal things in her songs about Black women. Anyway, it seems like they have changed their perspective, because some of these people have been very, very staunch Swifties for some time. So I never thought I would see a day where I would see her Swifties talk out against anything that she's done. So it is a changing of perspective. I've also heard about some of the MAGA people who are they're not happy, and so they're undoing that, taking down their flags, and their support and that kind of thing. I never thought I would see the day. I mean, I heard Marjorie Taylor Greene actually is not supporting certain things. And I'm thinking, huh? So we have seen a massive shift in some already. Some of this perspective, this change of perspective that a lot of people have, that's changing. You can feel it. There's something going on. So expect surprises in how you connect with others, the technology that you use, and the ideas that you're suddenly drawn to. This is a download period where your mind is being rewired for the future. People are literally changing the way they're thinking and feeling about things. The thinking, I think, has to do with this Uranus retrograde in Gemini, and the feeling is because Jupiter is in Cancer. So we got a lot going on, you guys. So how do we work with this energy of this Uranus going backwards in Gemini in communication? So before we get into the signs, here's how everyone can best navigate this transit. Number one, embrace the mental shift. Don't resist a sudden change of mind. You might suddenly change up the way you thought about something. It's a breakthrough, it's not a flaw. Two, upgrade your tech skills. Upgrade all your tech and all your skills. Don't get left behind. I mean, it's the perfect time to learn new software, a new language, upgrade your language, take a course, take a class somewhere, anything that feels futuristic and exciting, anything AI, really. Number three, detox your inputs. And what I mean is be aware of the information overload. And I feel that. There is an information overload. I'll unfollow accounts if they cause you any anxiety. Curate your news and your social media feed so that it's what feels good to you. If something doesn't feel good in your spirit or it makes you feel uneasy, then you have all the right to, block that from your energy. Number four, expect the unexpected in communication. So conversations can take on some wild turns. I mean, a casual chat could lead to a brilliant idea. So be open. Also, a casual chat could lead to all out, a battle. So you want to be really careful about what you're saying, what you're talking about, what you're inputting, what you're getting back. Get a vibe for the conversation, the feeling, the people that you're in conversation with. So now, let's get personal. For effects, this is certainly going to be strongly felt wherever Gemini is in your personal birth chart. I can tell you for myself, this has happened in my fifth house. It's very personal, right? The fifth house. In Gemini, Gemini is in my fifth house, which is a little different, I think, than most Capricorns. So don't count me as normal here. I just know that the 0 and 1 degree of Gemini is in my first house, my fifth house. And that is a house that deals with children. It also deals with things like romance and fun and energy, because the sun, or the vital force of life, is the fifth house. And I've had a really slow energy, and my child has too. My daughter's been very ill over the last 6 months or so. So I really look to where the house is. It's going to tell you a little bit about how to deal with this. And in my case, it's just about, I guess, reestablishing my connection with my child and just all the things that have to do with her health. So let's talk to each of the signs, because each sign has a solar house that it deals with apart from your natal house. And so we're going to be talking to each sign as though it's in your solar house that Gemini would normally fall in. So for Aries, This shakes up the house of communication because Gemini normally would fall in the third house of communication for the sign of Gemini. And this shakes up the house of communication and local environment for the sign of Aries. Now, again, even if you're in Aries and you've got it somewhere else, listen to this because this is affecting your solar third house. So your daily routines, Aries, how you talk to your neighbors, and even your relationship with your siblings, like your brothers and sisters, but also your cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, all of them. It could get a surprise or a reboot. Things could change there. And a sudden idea for a short trip or a new way of working could emerge for you. Now, Taurus, this retrograde happens in your house of values and income, or the second house of money. You're thinking about what you truly value and how you can earn money. And I think if you have the moon in Taurus, this might also be part of it as well. But a sudden insight into a new income stream, or a need to break free from a limiting financial mindset is likely. Gemini, this is the big one for you because Uranus is retrograde in your sign. It's happening in Gemini, so it's happening in the first house of the self. This is, basically you. It's your personality. It's your physical self, okay? So this is a profound period of personal reinvention. You might find, Gemini, that you are not going to feel the same after this retrograde as you did before it started. And it might be a profound period of personal reinvention where you really want to reinvent yourself and become somebody new. You might suddenly change your style, your goals, or how you present yourself to the world. Embrace the new and try to emerge as this new butterfly that you're becoming. Cancer, Uranus is retrograding in your 12th house of the subconscious mind. It's of the subconscious, all the things that we do subconsciously. So this is a deeply spiritual and internal time for Cancer. I mentioned earlier that Cancer also has Jupiter in it. So some Cancers are extra emotional right now because Jupiter makes everything bigger. And in this case, it's going to make your emotions bigger. And I feel like with this all in the 12th house, it's really a subconscious time for you. It's a very spiritual time. It's a really internal time where you're dealing with your subconscious motivations and the reasons why you do what you do. There could be some sudden insights from dreams. You might be deeply affected by dreams because the 12th house rules dreams. Also meditation, past memories that can liberate you from hidden fears. It's a healing detox for the psyche, and some Cancers might be doing some massive healing between now and the end of January. Leo, this affects your 11th house of friendships and groups. This is your social circle, the people you hang with that are friends. But you can expect some unexpected changes here because it's Uranus and it's getting shaken up. It's going backwards. So you might suddenly connect with a revolutionary new group of friends or have a breakthrough idea about a long-term goal or dream that you've had. An old friend might reappear with some kind of shocking idea that actually works. So that could happen too, Leo. Next is Virgo. Virgo, Uranus retrogrades are in your 10th house of career and public image. This is all about your career. It's about what people see when they think of you. as far as your reputation, your public image. Watch for sudden shifts in your career path or reputation. You might have a sudden career shift that you never expected. You might have a breakthrough idea that changes your professional trajectory, or decide to rebel against a traditional career structure. So I just feel like in general, Virgos, your career is changing. It is, you might go back over some things and redo things, renew things, revive things. It's going to be a really different time for you when it comes to your career and your reputation. Libra, this happens in your ninth house. And the ninth house is your house of belief and adventure. It's a very adventurous house. It has to do with travel and education and religion and all your core belief systems, your philosophy about life, or even your political views. And they could suddenly undergo a huge change, a radical change. Like I said earlier, I've been hearing about these people who were staunch MAGA, and suddenly they're done. They're just, taking down their flags and stuff like that. So we're seeing this already happening, stuff that we never thought we would see. And there's radical changes happening when it comes to the belief system and philosophy for a lot of people. And you might even feel a shocking urge to travel somewhere. It could be somewhere completely unexpected, somewhere completely different that you've never been to before. You might enroll in a course that blows your mind, something no one ever expected you to do. So that is what you can expect, something that might even have to do with the law. So I want some Libras to be careful when it comes to the law, because the ninth house does also, it rules the court system, judging, police, the law, all of that. Scorpio, this retrograde is in your eighth house, and that's the eighth house is shared resources and also transformation. I think some Scorpios are really going to change. I mean, deep psychological breakthroughs, deep psychological changes are possible right now. This is 6 months that anything could happen. But it also, it could change your finances. I think it's going to affect your money. It could be taxes, it could be debt, it could be investments. I hope that you have gotten your money right, that you got your money right. This might be a time when you need to go back and get your money right, preparing for what's coming. Like I said, it's something to do with taxes or debts or investments, something to do with your finances. It's time to liberate yourself from old power dynamics as well. So some Scorpios might release themselves from some type of karmic relationship or karmic bond that it's time to let go of. Speaking of bonds, Sagittarius, Uranus is shaking up your seventh house, and the seventh house is partnerships. So a lot of Sagittariuses are dealing with partnerships. They're dealing with other people and relationships. You can expect surprises in your one-to-one relationships. Like, you might get a shock from people you never thought would let you down. Maybe that were your closest allies. But this could be both business and personal. So I want you to be really cautious, Sagittarius. A relationship could suddenly change. You could also attract a very unconventional partner who opens up your mind. Whatever it is, it's going to be something different and unique. Capricorn, this affects your sixth house of health and daily work. So your daily routines and your approach to wellness, to health, might get a big change. It's an upgrade, something different, something unique that you haven't done. A relationship, or excuse me, you might suddenly adopt a new quirky healthy habit, or a health habit, or something that helps you to have a breakthrough And also, you might have some type of breakthrough in how to streamline your work, how to do things quicker, better, faster, that type of thing. A work technology might suddenly fail, forcing some kind of innovation. Something about that work, Capricorn, that you have to go back over and redo it or renew it or revamp it in some way. Aquarius, this Uranus retrogrades is in your fifth house of creativity and romance. And this is a time for you to get ready for surprises in romance and love. I think some Aquariuses might get shocked by romance or love coming out of the blue. It could be surprises in love, in pleasure, in self-expression. You might suddenly develop a new creative hobby, a new way of doing things. You might have an unexpected romantic connection. Mm. But it's time to break free from boring routines and to have more fun. Okay, Aquarius, that's the most important part of this is to have more fun. Okay. And finally, Pisces, Pisces. Now, this is happening in your fourth house of home and family. So your home is being affected. Your family, if you've got children, they might be affected. You might be worried about children, about having children. Unexpected events related to your home or family are possible. You might suddenly decide to move, change your home, or you might decide to renovate in some crazy way that you would have never done if Uranus wasn't retrograde in Gemini. Or you might have a liberating conversation with a family member that changes a long-standing dynamic. I feel like some Pisces might be making changes to their home and their family. Okay. So that is my special message to all the 12 signs when it comes to Uranus in Gemini going retrograde until January 31st of 2026. And so there you have it, right? This Uranus retrograde in Gemini is a 5-month invitation to rewire your mind, question everything, and embrace the freedom that comes from having a sudden change in perspective. You might suddenly see things differently than you've ever seen them before. And remember, retrogrades aren't something to fear. They're a cosmic gift for review and revelation. Okay. So what area of your life are you most excited to revolutionize? Let me know in the comments what area of life this is affecting for you and what area of life you want to revolutionize. And don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend who needs a mental upgrade and to subscribe for more astrological insights. And thanks for watching, because I'll see you in the next one. Stay cosmic. Okay.